Something quite rogue about Chris is he doesn't really like jelly.
Well, I'm famously, when Nana used to give me the trifle, I'd go down on the, not go down on them, I'd chow down. I'd chow down on the cream and the custard and then think, what the hell is this jelly doing at the bottom?
Right.
I
It's
see.
not for me.
And then go down on a Battenberg.
And then go on a Battenberg.
Stay hydrated. First thing in the morning, tired and yawning. What you gonna do?
We're going. Hello. God, we were chomping at the bit to get into conversation with Cody Dahler, everybody.
Hello. How are you?
Fabulous.
I'm well.
You are well.
Yeah, I'm good. I meal prepped a lot today, so I'm just kind of like...
Good.
It's a good thing, but you know when you're sort of like, these hands are tired, my brain is tired.
What were you prepping?
When I say actually you're going to be like, why were you tired?
Okay.
Because it was in fact Gusto's, from a Gusto box where they send you the ingredients
Yes.
and the recipe.
Interesting.
So maybe actually
that
that's
is
just
my
a
question.
meeting.
Why are you tired?
Yeah.
Some of them are sort of, what's the word? Secretly, they take a long time, some of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let me run you through it real quick.
Yes.
Take the floor.
Okay, perfect.
We're demanding it.
Yeah.
It's Glamorgan style patties.
Okay. That sounds like such a gusto meal.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's
but
very
it
much
sounds
that.
kind of
Delicious.
nice. It sounds delicious. It sounds like I would
Imagine-
select it on the website.
Yeah.
It was a delight, but imagine pan frying leeks, letting them cool, adding cheese, breadcrumbs, eggs. You're forming them into patties. You're dipping them back
I
in egg white.
see.
Suddenly I'm covered in leek. You know, they're not cool. I've curdled the egg. Yeah, it was just it was a
Oh.
lot going on.
That
There was
seems
a
like
lot going on.
quite a skillful dish for a gusto. I thought the whole idea is that it's quite accessible and easy. Or can you pick difficulty levels now?
I think you can maybe.
It should have difficulty
It
level.
should have difficulty levels.
And I like to think of myself as quite a skilled chef. The fuck was that? The fuck was that?
Yeah, if you can't do it, what the hell?
Sorry, if you as a self-proclaimed skilled chef can't do a gusto, then I think we're all doomed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're all doomed anyway.
Right.
Let's
yeah,
be
that's
real.
true.
Yeah.
That is true.
But how are you as the
I'm,
guest?
I'm well, thank you. Yes, I'm well. I actually, I think, was it gusto or it was some, what's the other one?
Hello,
Hello,
Fresh.
Chef?
HelloFresh. Okay, it was gusto that I had. I was a subscriber to Gusto for a good few weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got kind of annoyed by the sort of portion sizes.
a little small.
A little small.
A little small.
And I know, is that kind of the point? It's not like a diet site, is it? But I was like,
No.
I was more angry. I wasn't necessarily like full. I wasn't necessarily like hungry afterwards.
Yeah.
I was more annoyed at being told by a faceless corporation how much I could eat.
Right.
And I couldn't get over that
Yeah.
relationship.
Okay.
So I quickly unsubscribed.
Good.
I think that's wildly valid. I've
Yeah.
recently made a rule for myself of like, okay, one dessert per sitting, and let's make it a single serving. And it's really,
When you say sitting,
Yeah.
what do you mean? Every time you sit?
I only allow 2 sittings per day.
You're like some sort of
Afternoon,
Victorian
evening.
governess.
Yeah.
We sit first at noon and second at 8.
Victorian
2 sittings a
governess
day.
is so funny. First off, it's a 2:00 sitting and an 8:00 sitting, and then it's a single serving of it. Because I used to just buy a trifle and eat it.
I love trifle. Trifle is I think the only dessert that is served one portion. That bucket of trifle is one portion. It looks like a portion.
It
It
really
looks
does.
like a
It's
portion.
one portion.
And I'm not full.
And also scooping it out, we've completely lost the composition. We've
Yeah.
lost the layers.
Exactly.
It when I remember Nana, she used to be like, "Do you want trifle?" I'd look it in the crystal bowl and be like, "Yes, Nana, I'll have some trifle."
Yeah, load it up.
Once you've scooped it out and put it on a plate, and it's become this like puddle
Yes.
of like this like oil spill of like fruit and cream, you'd be like, take it back. I'll have Battenberg. Like
You need the dish to maintain the structural integrity of the pudding.
you have
Yeah.
to see
And
that
therefore
cream on
you
top.
have to eat it from within the vessel, and therefore it is one portion.
Yeah. And if I've eaten half a trifle, also often they come with the film lid.
So you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
put it back on.
I can't put it back on.
Yeah.
I'm just going to eat the whole thing.
Because it's one portion.
Yeah. Something quite rogue about Chris is he doesn't really like jelly.
Well, I'm famously, when Nana used to give me the trifle, I'd go down on the, not go down on them, I'd chow down. I'd chow down chow down on the cream and the custard, and then think, what the hell is this jelly doing at the bottom?
Right.
I
It's
see.
not for me.
And then go down on a Battenberg.
And then go on a Battenberg. And then I got kicked out my nana's house.
I'm with you though. The jelly is my least favourite part of the trifle.
I'm like, get that fruit out of there.
Yeah.
Something
just
to do
want-
is just buy a portion of ladyfingers, the sponges, and
Yeah.
then just eat them raw.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's
like-
also nice.
Yeah.
I quite like a banana trifle.
Ooh, nice.
A banana and butterscotch trifle
Whoa.
is really good because that's jelly less.
Yeah. What would be? So
that
talk
is
us through it.
the one my mum makes. It's sort of like cake. It's kind of like, instead of the fingers, it's sort of like chocolate chip cake.
Come on.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. And then we're talking custard.
Yeah.
We're talking layers of butterscotch, and we're talking sort of caramelized bits of banana. And so it's sort of like custard, butterscotch. Banana, freshly whipped cream,
Oh,
more
come on.
banana on top,
Yeah.
more butterscotch on top, with fucking cake on the outside.
The cake.
It's incredible.
crazy.
It's
The
very
cake's
rich.
selling it. The
Yeah,
cake's
it's-
selling it
it's
for
brilliant.
me.
And we're saying banana butterscotch, and there's not a banoffee element.
No.
Banoffee would be, toffee is different to butterscotch.
I
I'm asking the
believe
chef.
so.
Yeah.
asking the Gusto
I
specialist
do
chef
believe
governess over
that
here.
butterscotch
Is
is
it
like
different?
is brown sugar and like caramel is white sugar.
Work.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I would also see that and raise you one of those Cadbury's chocolate trifles that, you know, that they
Two.
have like just a square of brownie in the bottom.
Oh.
And then it'd be like chocolate mousse and then like whipped cream and then maybe even a flake in top on top.
Yeah.
Do you ever get those?
Like from the
Tesco?
supermarket.
Yeah, supermarket,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like single serving, like little like chocolate
We're talking real
trifles.
single serving, or are we talking official government single serving?
Oh, we're talking, official government single
Okay,
serving.
so
like
they're tiny.
8.
Yes,
yeah.
they're
On a
tiny.
hungover
Yeah.
day, you're like, I'll have 10 of these.
Yeah.
I'll empty them all into a real trifle dish and have that as my single serving.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. Chocolate. But yeah, I mean, I could also love a trifle. Trifle's just, it's a good food.
I love trifle.
What other desserts do you like? Cody's just done his quite heavy political podcast and was like, I really hope that this one's a bit lighter. And we're like,
Thank God.
message received. What biscuits do you like, Cody?
I love this. This is a tonic. I can feel myself coming back to life. I love a cheesecake.
Oh,
I
same.
love a goddamn cheesecake. And I know for a fact there is going to be some obvious thing that I can't quite remember, and I'm going to be so annoyed that I didn't say it. But I think a cheesecake is probably a
you-
baked cheesecake.
Open to flavors or
Big time.
Okay.
Yeah, big time. What are you throwing at me? What are you throwing my way?
Oreo?
Oreo?
Big time.
There was one
Or
time.
like a lemon or strawberry, like more of a fruity that kind of cuts through.
I love a lemon.
Oh,
Yeah.
lemon tart.
I love lemon. Actually, lemon drizzle. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite cakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lemon in dessert is unrivaled. I think all desserts should have lemon in it.
I agree.
It's exactly what you need after a Glamorgan patty.
Yeah,
You need a nice bit of
some
lemon
lemon
to
to
cut
cut
through
through.
all that egg white.
Glamorgan,
That's all over the
Glamorgan
floor.
style.
Oh,
you
I
know
see
what I mean?
Glamorgan style.
Yeah, just respect to my Welsh brothers and sisters out there.
Guys, is lemon the best fruit?
I think it is. Fantastic. We've decided. We've found out.
Thank God this content is going to live online. Like, thank God we're going to immortalize this conversation. If you're going to one of those oldie worldy sweet shops, there's pear drops, lemon sherbets, aniseed balls. What are you getting?
Aniseed balls.
Anything
anytime.
but the aniseed balls.
Okay,
They're
fine.
disgusting.
What are you getting?
I recently went to Stockholm, and in Stockholm they have these. Have you been?
No.
I went for a day.
It's incredible. I love Stockholm so much. But they have in Stockholm these like yoldy worldy sweet shops.
Yeah.
And I was like, fantastic. I love a sweet. You go in, every fucking thing in there is shitty aniseed ball. Everything. I was like, okay, it's a yoldy sweet shop. There must be sweets somewhere
Come
in fucking
on.
Sweden that isn't stuffed full of shit.
Yeah.
No! Everyone!
Whoa.
Every single one.
Different,
Dude, I love
dressed
aniseed.
up differently.
Yes, so like you had like the sort of the rolls with the like the white thing in the middle. What I don't even know what you call them, like strawberry
Strawberry
laces.
tables.
But fucking
They
black
better-
as shit. It was like an oil slick in there. It was black as shit. There's like like things that look like kind of lemon sherbets.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
aniseed. Boom. No,
Really?
get out of here. Like sherbets. They had sort of like toxic waste. Aniseed.
Oh my God.
Disgusting. I couldn't believe it.
How
I'm
interesting.
on the first flight. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd love it. You'd love it. I mean, I
love
didn't
that.
see any Swede with like a black tongue though, so I don't
No.
think they're doing very well.
Well, they must be. Yeah, maybe they're just not selling.
It was rank. It
I
was really
struggle
gross.
with an aniseed pencil. Like, is that too far?
But the thing is, it's quite annoying because they looked sort of delicious,
Right.
And that was the tormenting thing because I was like, maybe I could try it because it looks so good. Like the bit in the middle, it had different sort of pastel colours. They were like really long, and they were like sat in the window, and sometimes they were dusted with like sugar. And I was like, they look amazing, but I know they will taste like shit.
Yeah, they're
So I didn't buy
really
it.
hoodwinking you here.
They really are. It's torture.
I mean, I think we've spoken about it before. In the same way that you look at a Christmas pudding and you think it's going to be a huge chocolate bonbon, a huge chocolate molten volcano cake
You're so
of some
right.
kind, and then they
ass.
scoop up whatever the hell that is.
yeah.
Why is it full of fruit?
And
Yeah.
then, like, when you're younger, brandy cream, I don't mind the taste now. When you are 8 years old on Christmas Day and you're trying to serve me brandy cream
Yeah.
from something that looks like it looks like a chocolate sphere
Yeah.
with white chocolate icing.
Delicious.
The frying pan to the face.
It's one of the first lessons we learn in childhood.
It really is.
Do
Followed
not
by,
trust a
he's
sweet.
not real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one comes first. You need the brandy chocolate after finding out he's not real.
Well, exactly. Well, it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, it really is.
That's real. Did you also ever go to someone's house where they put coins in it?
Yes.
So it's like, not only have you found like every shitty dried fruit under the sun,
Yeah.
you've put like pennies in it?
Yeah, you've put
Huh?
the germs from outside into your already rotten pudding.
Right.
No, thank you.
I mean, cash,
No, thank
coins.
Yeah.
I mean, now we've gone into a cash-free society, which has its own downward, downward
People stick a
spirals.
credit card in the middle of it now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but coins, person to person. What the hell are we doing?
Disgusting. I never believed that people actually did it. If do you genuinely put a coin in the pudding?
I remember going to
I
that,
went-
the what was your friend at school?
That's what I'm thinking of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Elizabeth's
yeah,
friend
yeah.
at school's mum. We went to their house.
Yeah, I
once.
can't believe you were there.
Why wouldn't I be there?
Whoa. Just
I
because
think it was a family after.
it was, but I feel
You're
like
going down on
sometimes
Nana again.
You can't come because you go down on people all the time.
Whenever Chris is offered pudding, he goes down on them.
I think it was just because like I feel like you used to like sometimes like skip some of those events.
I think
Even as a child?
I think I was in my 20s. I think
Okay.
I think I like.
I was just about to say that's quite a cool flex for a
Yeah,
child.
when I
Like,
was
I'm
what,
missing
like
out on this
12?
one.
Well, I wasn't 12.
No, but
I
yeah,
think
exactly,
I
you were
was
younger
more
than
12,
me.
so you were more like.
No, I think you were younger.
Oh, okay, fine. We went to a family party and there was like coins in
Like
the
charms.
pudding.
That is eccentric.
Charms.
That is very eccentric.
Isn't
I
it?
do trust her to have cleaned the coins.
I
Actually,
actually do as
yeah,
well.
that queen was an icon,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, but then you've got
Surround.
like cleaning
Well,
stuff on it.
You also might
Oh.
break your teeth.
Yes.
Or
Awful.
choke on it.
then it's like if you eat it, it's good luck or something, or if you find it,
so
if you
put
like,
you out your fucking misery. You don't have to eat the pudding. That's why.
Yeah, thank heavens.
The winner is the person who chokes to death on this thing. We're going to have to have another satsuma, raisin, horrible,
Anything
shitty
but that.
brandy-soaked raisin.
Oh, an orange
Disgusting.
covered in cloves.
Gross.
What the hell?
What are you What the hell?
Christmas! Thank God for Terry for making. He was like, we can't be doing fruits.
Yeah.
Let me make this chocolate flavored.
Yeah.
Chocolate
Christmas is just
constructed.
buying really expensive, nice food and then fucking it up with
Fucking it up.
disgusting
I know.
seasonings.
Yeah.
Stick a
Down with
clove in
fruit.
the ham. No.
But back to a lemon being the best fruit.
Yeah.
Lemon is the best fruit.
Because citrus is also really good for you.
It
in
is.
general, citrus is, I've heard.
And actually, I would say of all the times of year, Christmas is the most lemon-less.
It really is.
Menu.
interesting, yeah.
Which is probably why it sucks.
Oh, dreadful.
Yeah.
Where do lemons make you think of? I'm thinking of Italy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
I'm
Italy,
thinking limoncello. I'm thinking Sorrento.
Yes, I'm thinking the Amalfi Coast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
but oranges take me there too.
Oh.
Interesting. Yeah.
I
know
think
what I
oranges
mean?
are more like Greece.
Okay, maybe that's actually
Mediterranean.
100% what I'm thinking.
Yes. Yeah.
I was
You're confusing
thinking-
Italy and Greece again.
Well, I
You're
was
always doing
going
this.
like-
Nice one, Liz.
I was going like, well, you guys know like Marina and the Diamond, she has that song Orange Tree and it's like she's Greek.
Okay.
Ah,
so
there we go.
thank God you were here.
The giveaway. Yes.
Yeah, or I would have said something fucking embarrassing.
And then oranges and lemons together, they have that great nursery rhyme.
Bells of St. Clemens.
What?
Oranges and lemons are the bells of St. Clemens.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and you do the game where you'd like walk under people's arms.
Oh, yes.
Here comes the chopper to chop off your head.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Nursery rhymes are
This is
fucked.
another dark origin, surely.
Yeah.
It's about chopping kids' heads off in the 17th century or something that we now sing about when we want a lemon.
Yeah.
One of the things we find most on the podcast is we bring up something that we think is fun.
And then
We
it
research it
suddenly
and
has-
it's horrifying.
Yeah.
That is just the world, though, isn't it? That is...
It kind of is.
Is it about polio or something? What's the one about?
God.
Oh, like a tissue,
Oh,
a tissue,
that's
ring
like
a
the
ring a
plague.
roses, the plague.
Ring a roses, the plague.
Ring a ring a roses, a pocket full of
God.
posies, a tissue, we all fall down.
Yeah,
they're
it could be about
dead.
polio as well. You
Could
can't
be.
use your legs, can you, if you've got
No,
polio?
yeah, well-
You are falling down.
Yeah.
Often.
But I'm glad that in those times they raised their spirits with songs of that nature and kept the positive,
Yes.
kept the optimism high.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a nice way of coming
And
out
in
of that segment.
in our times, we dissociate by watching reruns of America's Next Top Model.
Yes. Yeah, they're the same thing.
Yeah,
Definitely. Have you
Yeah.
watched the documentary?
we definitely
Not
have.
yet.
Oh, I have.
Oh, you haven't?
Oh my God, I haven't yet, but I might like tonight. Oh no, I can't tonight. Oh no, sorry, I'm getting overwhelmed. I probably will this weekend. Is it incredible?
It's great. I
It's
loved
great.
it. I love
Yeah.
it. I never watched the actual series.
Oh, really?
Not yet, no. I think my mum might have watched. I was quite a nerdy child.
Okay.
From like the age of like,
May I just ask, are we the same age?
I think
Similar
so.
Age?
I'm 30.
35.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
slightly
you're
older
slightly
than
younger.
you. Or younger.
Me?
I'm not very good at maths.
Oh, no, okay, fine. Okay, cool. So that is a big difference from when it was on.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's also because my girlfriend,
yeah.
mutual friend. I mean, a lot of people think I'm gay. Just in terms of my count. Hang on, you thought I was gay, and that's why you invited me on the podcast. I see. No.
No. They went
Cody's
girlfriend. I went
No, cut this podcast. Olivia, cut this podcast.
One of the first things he said to me actually when I met you a couple of weeks ago is
Yeah.
he was like, he's such a nice gay not such a fuck's sake. He's like such a nice straight man. And I was like, oh my God, T.
You are a really nice straight man.
Thank you.
I went two
Yeah.
boots.
Thank you.
know?
I've always, ever since I was a young child, I think I've been quite in touch with my femininity.
Sure.
I think I'm sort of, is it metrosexual?
I
Is
mean,
that the
that's
phrase,
quite,
or
well,
is
that's
that now
quite, that's
dated?
quite a cool 90s phrase,
That's
I think.
90s,
Yeah, but also,
metrosexual.
we know, we were born in the 90s, so
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, we can use
maybe
that.
the Gen Zers would be like, you can't use that, or...
Oh, really?
I thought
Not maybe you
metrosexual is
can't,
like
but-
you really look after your look. Like you
Oh,
like
really?
really
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like man who showers.
I see.
Do you know what I mean?
I think
man
my-
who showers and dresses nicely. Like, you're a bit metrosexual. It's like...
You're a bit gay.
Yeah.
But my mum and I used to do dance. I think my mum raised me as a gay child,
Love.
if I can
Right.
say that. She like we
No,
used
you
to
fucking can't.
Fuck me!
What the fuck?
God damn it! Take me back to my horribly heavy political
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. No, fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like we used to do dance routines at the
Love.
school talent show.
You
we
and your
did
mum?
me and my mum. We
Oof,
did
that's
cabaret. We did Bugsy Malone,
Love.
Grease. My mum used to choreograph them all. So
Your
I
mum
was
used-
very much in the dancing scene in Paphos, Cyprus, which is where I grew up.
Wow.
That's right. Yeah,
I think that's
pretty big
where
over
it is
there.
gay or European.
I think you're right.
There's a-
I
yeah.
think you're right. It is, and my dad is Swiss, so I think I have an element of. I've recently realised. I think this is why I'm quite loud
Okay.
because I have European genes. Europeans are loud. Europeans are loud, and I think you're right.
Expressive.
They're also a bit expressive. Exactly.
Yeah.
I've always been quite expressive, and I love to dance.
Love it.
Yeah.
Great.
Love to
Listen,
dance.
dance is for everyone.
It is.
Unless you're sort of like bad at it. But I reckon you're quite good at
I
it.
might be bad at it.
No.
Actually, I recently, when I went home, my mum put on the tape of the talent show when
Great.
we were cabaret. We did Money. And money makes the world go. And I was actually all right.
Yeah, I
was
don't
actually
doubt.
I was like 13, I think.
And how come your mum was involved in the
I
talent
just
show?
am obsessed with
So-
the fact that your mum was like, and I will be proud of you.
She was like, sub me in, coach. Yeah,
This is quite literally what happened. So my school talent show every year, all of the kids would audition, and my mum literally, if they wanted to, they wouldn't have to, but they do an act. And my mum literally was like taking me to the auditions and was like, this is fucking shit. All of these kids are shit. There's no like I'm gonna do something. Yeah. So she got all the mums together. This was the first year to do Spice Mums.
Oh, come on.
So all of the mums, it was literally year 1 child, year 2 child, year 5 child singing Hey Jude, year 6 child doing a magic trick, my mum and her mates.
Yeah, great.
Then year 2 child doing a little dance, Michael Jackson. And it was they were the only parents in the show. But everyone loved it. They got all of their mates to come. In a way, they hijacked the show, but they got all of their mates to come down, holding like Spice Mums things, and all of these parents who'd just gone to see their kid do like the clarinet or something were faced with, posh, sporty, ginger, there,
and
scary,
and
baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good.
The fact that you started on that, you are straight. You just proved it in that moment. You really did.
Thank God for your mum though, because listen, going to see a kid's talent show.
Yeah.
You sort of want to see your kid.
Yeah.
But barely.
Yeah,
right? Unless they're, because somebody might, your kid might be okay.
Yeah.
So then to sit through another 10 other more, because those kids shows are long, because they have to involve everyone.
Exactly. They can't say no to anyone.
It's a long night of, I'm going to say, often pretty mediocre talent.
Well, I've always wondered at what stage you as a parent have to...
I'm not coming.
Well... I wasn't going to say not come, but like whether you have to be like, I think they might be shit at this thing they're trying to be good at. What age is that? I mean, do you just pray they're going to lose interest?
I think a lot of people might fall by the wayside and just get into different interests. I think you can tell pretty early on if they're shit.
Do you think 11?
11.
Is that sort of like make or break?
Yeah, when I've taught dancing, when I've taught or used to teach kids, there'd be half of them that you'd be like, I'm babysitting you.
And what you've got one that's like, and then I really want to go I want to take this to the next level, coach. And you're telling me you're sitting down with an 8-year-old, you're going, you're shit.
Oh, not at 8, but at 8 I can say, you ain't, unless something really happens. Compared
I'm an 8-year-old now.
You're an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to say, of course, Cody. Of course, you can come to dancing, and do you enjoy it? And you enjoy coming?
I love it. I'm brilliant. I want to take it to the next level. I want to get. I feel like I'm really good. I'm really good. I feel like I can improve. I'm open to that.
Yeah.
But I really want to join the class A, and I want to continue this next year.
Goodness me, you're speaking very eloquently for an 8-year-old. So you want to? So I'm afraid I don't think we can move you up because we want you to keep you with your age group.
Okay.
And when you move into Group A, everyone's going to move into Group A when they're 12.
Okay, but I'm going to be so when I'm 12, I'm going to move into Group A. I'm going to spend the next 3 years really trying.
If your parents are continuing to pay the fees,
great. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm dedicating this. I've decided this is what I want to do. Every other interest that I've ever had, I'm not going to pay any attention to because this is my focus. I know I'm going to be a professional dancer in my lifetime. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go to my friends' parties. I'm focused. I'm committed. The next 3 years, dance is all I want to do.
Okay, and then we'll be 12 years old.
Yeah, 12 years old.
And
I've got no friends. I've got no friends.
Do you have friends at dancing?
Dancing, yeah, I love dance.
Yeah, but and you have friends there?
I guess so. I guess I've got friends, but I'm more focused on my art. So 12 now, I'm still dog shit. This is off camera.
Do you know what?
Absolutely terrible. I'm 12 now. Okay. I've not done anything for 3 years. And you're telling me you're not going to tell me? Oh, we'll see. I really want to take it up to the next level. I can't wait.
This next level that you keep talking about, Cody. You do have to finish school, don't you? I mean, no dancer... everyone who wants to be a dancer has to do their GCSEs.
Yeah. Are you fucking serious? You're dragging this dream along for this poor kid? I'm sorry, I'm breaking character now. You're not facing up.
I've got a dance school to run. It's built on you. It's built on you and your parents paying the fees so that Fifi, who's actually going to make it, we can.
I'm a 12-year-old kid that's thrown away the best 3 years of my non-teens, and you're stringing me along like that.
What do you want me to do? Say it's not going to happen for you?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I'm not going to tell you because we need the fees. Hello, listeners in Australia or listeners that have friends, family in Australia that think you might like a stand-up comedy show by myself, yours truly, Christopher Hall. I'm bringing my stand-up comedy hour, Pizzazz, over to Australia. And I just wanted to let you guys know the dates. 17th of March to the 22nd of March, I'll be at Adelaide Fringe. 26th of March until the 5th of April, I'll be at the Melbourne Comedy Festival. 9th, 10th and 11th, I'll be in Sydney at the Comedy Store. And Brisbane, 16th of April. Go to my Instagram, Christopher Hall with an X instead of the I. Look in the bio, all the tickets are there. I cannot wait. If you are an Australian listener, I would love to see you. If you've got a friend in Australia and you think they might like it, let them know. And big love, big kiss. See you soon. Mwah.
But this makes me feel even less qualified to assess whether my child is talented then. I don't have kids, but if I'm like, even their teachers are like, yeah, they're pretty good.
No, so what would happen is you might be put into like we might say, oh, for Cody, Cody, you're really, really good.
The group that are just Cody's, like running against
if you were really, really good, maybe you'd be put into like... you're going to come on Monday evening for like an extra class.
Oh, there'll be like secret signs.
Yeah, if you weren't in like the kind of gifted and talented like extra group, then you'd be like... And I think usually by the time people get to like 16, 17, they're like, I'll figure something else out.
So,
as committed as a lot of people were, they very quickly maybe go to sixth form and like start drinking and smoking and going like, oh, I'm going to go to uni. It's like, you do sort of, you know, the lens shifts quite quick.
I see.
Yeah, and can you sing?
No.
Can you act?
Acting, I don't know, debatable. I feel like I've always wanted to be an actor.
Is this 30-year-old Cody or 12-year-old Cody?
Yeah, sorry, you have to ask that question when I was so convincingly played a very eloquent 8-year-old.
No, right now I would say get him in a sitcom. At 12 years old, I might be being like, shall we do our Lambda Awards? Shall we practice?
I see. Well, the thing is, I really wanted to be an actor. I was in like my local theatre in Paphos, Cyprus, full of expats. I played Private Pike in Dad's Army.
Great.
I don't want to overdo it, but I was a fucking revelation.
Okay.
Nice.
I was a revelation.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mum said.
Yeah. And your teachers.
And my teacher said. But it was always a little bit like, I think, and this isn't me being like, I'd be a really famous actor now if I lived in London. But like, you know, in Paphos, you can imagine Paphos, Cyprus, full of British expats over the age of 60, there's not much like infrastructure to be like, you know, if you're in London, you'd be like, oh, go to an audition or something.
I'd
be like, I mean, not that I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have done, but like, you know, I'm just naming schools now because I don't know any schools, but like Brit School. I wouldn't have gone to Brit School, but Brit School exists in London. And if you're really talented in London, send them to Brit School. Try and go into Brit School. But I was just in Paphos, Cyprus. So I never really explored the acting side.
Fine.
Then I went to university and did history.
Where'd you go to university?
St Andrews.
Lovely.
Classic.
It was very nice, but it's a strange place.
Bit boring.
It's extremely small and full of. It has the highest number of absolute number, not by percentage, of Americans out of any British university.
Really?
That's
So there are all of
interesting.
these like crazy posh Americans who come over. Sometimes for the golf, but sometimes I think they're part of like collapsing dynasties because, I mean, international fees more expensive, but compared to American fees, like St Andrews incredibly cheap. So there would be these like kind of, I'm just certain they were like ailing American, like former American oligarchs that have, you know, their grandfather killed himself in the Depression.
Huntington Warner III.
Exactly. And it's like they've probably still got some gold shuffled away somewhere, but times have been better.
Right.
And that makes for a very bitter American.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
And then all together
And then there were all the posh
toy
hoes.
town in
Exactly.
in Scotland.
Yeah, and it's also because it's incredibly beautiful, but it does feel a bit like I mean, that whole town is older than by maybe like 400 years, 500 years than the whole of America. So it kind of feels a bit like the Americans are treating it as a bit of like a medieval retreat. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
It's kind of hard to know why they're there. I've always wondered why they were there. The golf, and I think to feel old and important when they're definitely not.
And then if there's just a sort of if there's just like a channel where like Americans go if they want to study abroad, then it's just become a thing.
I think so. I think not to get technical, but I think it's on a lot of American lists. So when Americans are like looking at universities, St Andrews is often on there. So people are like, what is that? And they're like, it's in Scotland. And they're like, Scotland, awesome.
Yeah,
and then they go.
Right.
And you know, they might be like, My granddad's Scottish.
Oh, yeah,
You got
yeah,
that
yeah.
a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't even Scottish. I was just, obviously just English being up there. I wasn't rubbed up the wrong way, but the locals are just like, because it's in Fife.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been to
Right.
Fife, which is like, I love Scotland.
Love.
But it's deepest, darkest Scotland.
Yeah.
The people from Fife are like a hardy people.
Yeah. Mhm.
And they are really Scottish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then in the middle of that, you have
This university.
Walter Bennington III
Yeah, yeah.
walking around in his brogues and his signet ring playing
Right.
golf.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whose granddad was Scottish. And the locals fucking hated us. Because
Right.
you've got that, and then you've also got, hello, yes, hello, I'll just pop to the Tesco Express to get a bottle of champagne, which it was actually a little bit like that. It was like three kind of, in a way, unbearable groups. The horrible Americans, the horrible English, and the incredibly angry Scots.
Yeah.
It was a toxic heady brew.
Yeah.
Trying to coexist as a triad.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, a triad of what would you describe that as? I think probably equally held suspicion.
Yeah.
Definitely equally held suspicion, actually. Yes.
And do you feel you throve there?
Did I throve? Well, going from Paphos, Cyprus, which is very, very, very tiny. Well, not tiny, but like it's very insular because
Yeah.
I went to sort of English school and there are lots of expats there, but it feels very much like a bubble, a very small community. Then go to St Andrews, obviously also incredibly small. It was probably a good fit for me. I think if I went from like Paphos, Cyprus to like Manchester, which is
Right.
what my brother did actually, he loved it. So maybe I would have enjoyed it. I don't know. But it wasn't necessarily a massive leap. There were a lot of Londoners that went up to St Andrews and really struggled. Where did you go?
I went to a musical theatre school in Surrey.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm currently at Sussex.
Yes, you're doing your criminology.
Yeah, I dropped out the first. I went to music school and dropped out.
Okay.
They basically, I did first year fine, and then in second year they were like, "Hey, you like have to practice," and I was like,
Yeah, what you didn't
Get
do,
out of
Chris,
here.
to 8-year-old. That's
yeah,
what you
yeah,
should have
yeah.
done. That's what happens. If you
No.
don't teach
Yeah.
kids
To
how to
practice.
deal with them
Yeah.
not doing well, this is what happens. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Lizzie, you've got to be the example.
No, it really-
What happened? They came up to you second year, said you've got to pull your socks up.
Well, I think basically in week one they went like,
Where are your
so
socks?
we're
You were
gonna,
like, I don't know.
yeah. I went like,
you have to wear socks
socks?
around here.
I don't
you're
have
20 years
socks,
old.
Shoes. It was very like, I think because I did a foundation year,
Yeah.
where it was like sing Bruno Mars, and I was like, got it. And then in first year they were like, hey, you like might have to do a scale, and I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. do you know what I mean?
So we're not doing Bruno anymore. No, fuck this.
Yeah,
Fuck
if
this.
it's
I'm out.
not locked out of heaven, I ain't doing it. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and pack up my things.
Wow.
And then I moved to America for like 4 years.
Oh my God.
Then I moved home. Then I went to Sussex.
What were you doing in America?
I was just like fucking around in Florida, basically.
Holy moly, the mad
Yeah.
county.
It
the
was
mad
really
state.
fun. Yeah.
My
Yeah,
uncle
yeah.
lives in Florida.
Whereabouts?
Tampa.
Tampa,
Florida.
Tampa,
He's got
Florida.
a motel. He's got a motel.
Period.
He's got a jetty where he keeps his boats.
Oh my God,
He's
that's
got a
awesome.
motel. He runs like a light bulb company as well.
Come
He's also from Barnsley.
I
He's
love
from
that.
Yorkshire. He doesn't have that accent.
I don't know. Having a jetty on the shores of what, Clearwater, is it called?
It is.
Yeah.
It's exactly that. Clearwater.
That sounds like if it wasn't due to everything else that would
Yes.
go with that sounds like a lifestyle.
I mean, the thing is,
Yeah.
it's exactly that, Chris, because like my uncle's actually from Doncaster. My mum's from Doncaster, South Yorkshire.
So
but
you were lying to us.
I told a lie. I told a white lie.
I was imagining you had a Cypriot mother.
No, a lot of people assume I do just because I lived in Cyprus. But my mum's from South Yorkshire. My dad's from Switzerland, which is obviously the natural sort of connection.
Made in heaven.
Yeah, they always meet the Swiss and the South Yorkshire people. But my uncle, South Yorkshire, very much, I think, in my view, has embraced the kind of Trumpian worldview. I think it's quite intoxicating because I think it is, of all the places in America, Florida is just like Trump land. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It feels. I mean, I've never been, but you tell me. Does it? It strikes me as a place that isn't real.
One, it's not. It's made up.
Yeah.
Two, it was interesting because I lived in Gainesville, which is University of Florida. So it's
Okay.
lots of young kids, lots of like, it wasn't, like I worked in a vet hospital and the whole ICU was gay, basically. And we were all just, do you know what I mean? It was very like little oasis in the center of Trump land.
Interesting.
But then if you did drive out, it was a bit like, the fuck?
Yeah.
And it got very Trump. But I mean, I had like friends' parents who I like loved and knew, since I was like 20 or even younger, like 19. And now they are like MAGA,
What
Trumpy.
the fuck happens to them, man?
I
What
think
happens?
It's Fox News, dude. They all got fucking brainwashed by Fox News.
Have they put something in the water? It feels like that. It feels like they've been sort of poisoned in some way.
Well, it's remarkable because you'll also kind of be like, but I'm gay and you love me. And they'll be like, of course. And you'll be like, so can you extend that to the next person that's gay? And they'll be like, no. Like, or like,
Jesus.
they have family members who require assistance from the state and money from the state because they you know what I mean? They're like, are unable to work and stuff. And they voted for someone who cuts that funding. It's just...
the people receiving that support would vote for Trump. Oh no, I see the family.
The parents of.
The parents.
The brothers, the sisters of.
Well, I wonder, because I think that I mean, actually, maybe this is the opposite of what you're suggesting, because I think often people vote for stuff and they think, oh, it's not going to come for me.
Right.
But it's what you're saying that they're like, yeah, no, they shouldn't have it.
I think Trump is a cult leader. And luckily, the charisma doesn't work on me. I don't get it. Do you know what I mean?
You don't get the Trump charisma.
Well, when it's like, he's so charismatic and it's like, the fuck?
Yeah.
First time round, he was even... He
was more so.
Maybe was a tad... there's a tad more of a glint behind the eye.
Yes, a bit more with it.
This time round, it's like... the animatronic. Like, what?
Yeah. The bitch
exactly
that broke an
like
animatronic.
Yeah.
But I think there's something intoxicating when you say to like maybe a man who has always been a bit misogynistic, like, me too. And actually they are stupider than you. Or like you say to someone who is homophobic or is a bit racist.
Yeah.
And basically, Obama happened and they're embarrassed. Suddenly we push that racism under the ground. It doesn't go away. So if you go like, actually, yeah, you're right. It is the immigrants down the street. And all of these things are real problems. There is a housing crisis. It is too expensive to live there. And rather than going like, it's literally because Elon Musk has all the money in the bank, they go, it's them down the street. And they go like, oh yeah, of course.
Right.
And it's like, if someone has $1 trillion, that means it's not moving in
the economy.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, if they have $1 trillion, you can't possibly earn that. You can't earn $1 trillion.
No.
$1 trillion, for Christ's sake.
No. Oh, I saw this thing today. Have you ever heard the saying like, well, I don't know why I'm doing an American accent. I'm going to lean into it.
Yeah.
For every $1 the boss makes, I make a cent or something. Have you ever heard something like that? I saw this thing today that was like, if that was true, every Amazon worker would have like $100,000.
Oh, really? They'd be quite
like
happy.
if that was actually what had happened, but it's like, bitch, no, he's just put it all in the bank.
It's worse than the saying that was telling us how bad things are.
Yeah.
That's a sorry situation to be in,
yeah.
isn't it? Do you think, though, if you met Trump, that you would be taken?
No.
I think I'd be like, you smell, your makeup is busted. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That weave or like whatever the hell is going up on the top. You know what I mean? Like, I feel I would just be like, you look a mess.
Yeah.
Well, but because I will say that, but I'm not sure. As in, like, if you're, I guess the only.
Do you love Trump?
No. No, listen.
Get out.
No, listen. No, I think what it is, it's a bit like Boris.
Right.
Like everyone was like, oh, he's a total fucking wanker, but he'd be great. He'd be great at the pub.
Right.
He'd be great at the pub.
Yeah.
And I think with Trump, because you see it with like Starmer and that, where it's like, I don't believe Keir Starmer likes Donald Trump. I mean, I don't. We can all have our opinions. Keir Starmer, I don't like him. We don't like him. We get it. But there's no way he likes Donald Trump. I know he's been pretending he has, but I think there would be an element where if you've got Trump there, as the most powerful man in the world, admittedly unhinged, and he's like kind of like, hey, how you doing, buddy? I think you're going to feel something. There's going to be an element of like, okay, actually, maybe he's not that bad.
It's the Addison Rae of it all.
Tell me. What?
There was like a WWE event, and she like went up and introduced herself and like shook his hand, and everyone was like, "Fuck you, Addison." This maybe was like 3 years ago or something.
Yes.
And she was like,
Yes.
It was the president of the United States.
Yes.
What would you do?
Exactly. I totally
Yeah.
agree. And I think there'd be an element of like, he probably is charming. In some disgusting way, that
Yeah.
when you're in, like with Mamdani, the New York mayor, you know, when he went for a meeting with Trump and everyone was like, this is going to fucking explode. And then
They
they
just
were
got
kind of
on.
like pleasant.
That was mad. It felt
was
like
mad.
one of them sucked each other off in private.
But I think that's the effect.
No, it did.
What
It was
is with you and going
No,
down?
I know, but like, no, but it felt, you know, it was like
Mamdani had been
on
offered a trifle.
like behind closed doors. They were like, "Here we go," and then it was like, "We're gonna work together perfectly." It was
Yeah.
like, "What did you guys do? Did you guys do mushrooms?
Yes,
Like, what happened?"
But that's what I mean. I think because like Mamdani
Also,
must
work
have turned
together,
up.
yeah.
He must have turned up and he was like, "This is going to be awful. He's an awful guy. I hate him." And then he stood behind the desk and Trump's being sort of weird to him, and he's just like captivated, he's taken by it. I think
Yeah.
that's how these monsters carry on, because they have the right level of influence that people are like, "I'm going to fucking give him a piece of my mind," and then you're sort of with him and you're like, "Actually, I think you're right."
You kind of
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I do think I have 2 points to make.
Please.
Did you see the second time Mamdani went to meet Trump?
No.
And he had taken with him like a. I think it wasn't Reagan, but it was Reagan, because he's like the other celebrity Republican, isn't he?
Right, yeah,
But
yeah.
they took he'd made a mock-up of a newspaper of like, Trump does biggest investment into housing in New York.
Oh.
I think Mamdani goes in and goes like, "Hey, big fella. Hey, big wise leader."
You might be right.
And I think like he takes that and goes like, "Wouldn't this be a great photo op?" And Trump goes, "Fuck me, yeah, it would." And he loves New York. So I think there's something there.
Well, I mean, he's objectively a fucking idiot. Like
Yeah.
Trump is. I think he is like a
Just an ego.
He's exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I can. I mean, that is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Big spread in the newspaper. Trump looking great.
Yeah.
He'd absolutely go for that.
And it was the mugshot of him like, you know, the one where his kind of hair's wisping across.
Oh yeah, the
and
kind
it's
of,
kind of like,
the smouldering.
yeah, exactly.
villain.
Like, maybe the last time he looked alive. And secondly, this is my second point now.
Yeah.
This has just become me
We love it.
dictating. Okay, great. The second
Do you love it,
point.
Cody?
I love it. I know. I love it. No, sorry. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay. I do also think. Did
Go
you
back to
see?
lemons if you want.
yeah. Citrus.
Lemons brought us here, and
Trifle.
lemons are going to get us out of it.
Go, second point.
You know how there was the whole stuff with the the US ice hockey team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, the women, and then they got invited to the White House.
Yeah.
And they all kind of strode in, like, look at us, big fucking, and then they're expecting this like lavish feast, and he had bought fuckloads of McDonald's for them. And he's done that before. He invited a ton of right-wing influencers to the White House, serves them all loads of fucking cheeseburgers. I think with Trump, you maybe have a moment of like, oh, I'm a bit taken, and he is a good like orator and he's smart and stuff. And then I think he goes like,
A little diss.
I got you fucking cheeseburger. And you're like, bitch, I would have gone through the drive-thru.
Or
Yeah.
is that because he thinks that's the height of cuisine?
Apparently he does fuck with McDonald's
He
hard.
loves it. Or
Yeah.
he has it all. You know, he has a Coke button on his desk.
As it,
Like
as
a
in-
fountain or...
No, as in it's a button that looks very much like a kind of nuclear button. It's got
Right.
like a red light on it.
Oof,
It's
worry
like an
about
oak
that.
top. It's got a button. He presses it and someone brings him a Diet Coke.
I would have more respect
That's
if it was a
tea.
fountain.
Yeah.
like a cat.
Yeah, I could get
Just
behind
one
that.
of those pools that
Yeah.
like, posh cats
Ooh,
have.
yeah.
It's just- yeah, I see that. I see that.
To your point of like, would you get sort of like swept away? I feel like in this country, like I feel like we're not super like our prime minister.
Totally.
We're like,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
just do it. Just like, don't fuck us up too much.
Yeah,
or like,
yeah.
and it doesn't feel like we have this like, this affinity, whereas in the States it is, you know, red, white and blue, and it's like,
Absolutely.
you know, the
Yeah.
president,
Leader of the free world.
it's yeah, and I feel like there's the patriotism in the States. Obviously, I feel, not gonna lie, for me, I feel Trump has steamrolled through all patriotism.
Yeah.
You fucked it.
Yeah.
For me, in my opinion, you've gone too far, brother. But like, you know, even people before that, there is like a kind of like, well, he is the president. Well, he is the president.
Yeah.
In the same way, it's like, thank you for your service, vets, and all this kind of. There is this like America thing which is ingrained.
Definitely.
A lot more than here.
There's definitely a kind of also a much bigger respect for the office than in like here in Prime Minister. Like whenever Keir Starmer goes out, there's people calling him a wanker.
Yeah.
You don't get that in America.
No.
Like, people are trying to shoot Trump. Fine.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they're not
that's
calling
one
him a
thing.
wanker.
No.
They're not calling him a wanker.
Although I feel good about how many more people are starting to like boo him and stuff. I saw a POV the other day and someone went like, "Fuck you!" And he turned around and went like, and gave them like a stare deep, and she literally went like,
wow.
"Come on!"
Yeah.
And then he just like walks away.
There's no way she's still alive. There's no way.
She's already dead.
Yeah, she's locked in one of the missiles that are heading to Tehran. I'm telling you right now.
I do think there's like, I think it's hard. I think also there's whole other different things of like, I mean, we went to like a Catholic primary school,
Yeah.
so we like said a prayer and stuff.
Okay.
And we say obviously we do like God Save the Queen. I'm actually not saying God Save the King, but there is like they like do their
Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag.
Yeah, they do.
You know, it's very like.
Well, it's because there's this fucked up thing that they've got where they're like, there's a separation of church and state. So they're like, because it's a state school, they're like, we can only do it to the flag. But then they've got fucking religious maniacs running around that are like praying on Trump's shoulder.
Yeah.
So it's actually sort of bullshit.
Yeah.
They're just fucking nuts over there.
I said that when we talked, when I was on your podcast, and I was talking about like Christian nationalists.
Yes, yeah.
And I wanted to go and ask all the people at that rally. I was like, fellas, do you go to church? Like, all of it.
Yeah.
I would love it. Like, actually, I'll take this. Say the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
And I'll actually take it.
Yeah, you can say whatever you like about Christianity as long as you're sat between
if you're
10
there-
and 1 at church every Sunday. You
yeah.
sit there, you say what you like.
Protest for these rights being taken away from everyone else. I better see you on Sunday.
Yeah. And I
If
better
you're-
see your search history.
So I would love to go to Trump and be like, bitch, just when did you last go to church?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
And be like, I love this. This is what I'm going to like, do my whole thing is about God and Jesus.
Well, that's what fucks me over.
Like,
Is it's so see-through.
Yeah.
It's so see-through.
He used to be a big atheist, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but recently people have been like, "What's your favorite Bible verse?" And he goes like, I don't really do verses." Huh?
What?
That's the whole point of the Bible is it comes in verses.
Verses.
Did you? There was I think this was when he ran for the first time. There was a journalist that I forget. It was either for like the New Yorker or some newspaper, and they interview like the president or the president to be about their like cultural influences, and so it's their favorite book, their like favorite film, whatever. And this journalist who did Trump came away and was
hell
like,
is he gonna
I
say?
am 100% convinced that this man has never read a book.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he's never read anything.
No.
Because I think his favorite book was like Atlas Shrugged, which is like Ayn Rand, who's like a kind of like far right libertarian,
Right.
it's like sort of darling, but is like, it's like a book that you definitely say you've read because you're trying to appeal to a group of right wingers when it's like 1,200 pages and it's shit. I've not read it, but I've like, it's just going to be shit.
Yeah.
But there is no way he's read the Bible 100%.
No.
But this journalist was like, he's never read a book
Yeah.
ever. He's not even read his own book that he writes because he gets them ghost written.
Of course.
He's not read them.
I'm kind of like, can
His
you
favorite
read?
film is like Bill and Ted. So
Yeah.
next,
Yeah.
Can he read? That's
Can
a
he
good question.
read?
Yeah, that is the big question.
If people don't know where to find you on the internet, you're and what we were saying about how maybe people have been or in Fox News in America feel like right-leaning content and news is very digestible in its vocab and in its delivery.
Yeah,
and it's
totally.
like, this means this, take that away.
Yeah.
And sometimes on the left, it can be very convoluted and using very big words and things like that people that struggle to, or using terms and things that is quite hard to digest sometimes. So sometimes maybe people on the left go like, I don't know what that means. Or people who are centrist are like, I don't know what the left are saying. The right are saying, vote for this.
I
and
can
I'm gonna do
understand that. Yeah.
We were saying the importance of left-leaning content or just truthful, digestible content for the news, of which then the news it keeps on newsing.
It keeps on newsing. But this is an interesting point
It's
because
exactly what you do, which is so fabulous. Talk about it.
Yes. So I am left wing.
Imagine if we got to the end and you were
I am left wing, but I like my choices for what I include in like my news updates is basically driven by comedy. Like I guess I'm in a slightly peculiar place now where it's like I consider myself a comedian, but I am kind of fulfilling quite often for a lot of people, I think, more of a journalistic role, which is kind of telling them what the news is. And that's a kind of, in a way, a slightly awkward place to be, because I'm like, I get comments under my videos, people being like, oh, this is where I get the news from. And I'm like, it doesn't make me uncomfortable, because I'm like, this is truthful what I've said, even though it'd be very easy for me to start saying things that weren't truthful. But I'm like, but what has driven my choice to include the information that you are now relying on as your version of the truth and the news is like to make you laugh. And like, these are the parts of the story that I've included because I think I can make a joke about them. The flip side is like, I will inevitably have like a left-wing bias, I guess, in terms of like the different angles of the story. Like I'm probably more likely to focus on the human element than like finance or whatever, which might be a bit more right-wing. But I don't consider myself very hugely left wing. I don't like look at the content I make. I'm like, that's a left wing video. But it's a label, I think, because I'm not right wing.
Yeah.
That because the internet is so divisive, because I'm not saying deport all the immigrants, because I'm not saying like the US election was stolen. People are like, oh, he's not saying that stuff, so he must be left wing.
Yeah.
And that is like kind of part of the problem where we're at, where it's like, I'm left-leaning, I guess. I'm personally left-wing, but like this, there's nothing in this video that you'd be like, hang on, this thing that actually happened and is true, and these figures that he's naming that are actually real, that makes it left-wing. It's like, I'm just trying to give you the information.
Right.
Which in a weird way, I mean, it's probably been driven by like self-interest, because I'm like, if you can appeal to the largest amount of people by being broadly centrist, then that's better in terms of like getting an audience, right? Because you're like, you're not. When I first started doing social media stuff, I did like general election updates, and I would make fun of the Tories as much as I made fun of Labour, and so like Tory voters would watch it and be like, oh, Labour are fucking idiots, and then Labour people would be like, oh, the Tories are fucking. There was something for everyone, but like I think we're living in a kind of such a polarized social media landscape that unless you're like, if you're not this, then you must be this. It's just like a duopoly of left and right, which is so unhelpful and so damaging. Because we when you came on my podcast, we spoke about this, the ease at which the left attack the left, because you end up then being in a situation, if people are like, well, hang on, if you're not right wing, then you must be left wing, but you're not as left wing as I am, or like you don't think about this left wing issue the way that I think about this left wing issue, and it just perpetuates this conflict and this kind of like self-destructiveness on the left. Because I think all people should be prioritizing is the truth, like the information that's out there, and that will inevitably come with like its own pitfalls, because you have Western bias, and you do like inevitably have your own personal biases based on like all sorts of like ideological, psychological reasons. But like I try and make sure that my videos are actually what happened. But what drives it is funny. It's not necessarily news.
I do also wonder if like with Trump, sorry to take it back there, just lying. And just being, and then JD Vance going like, they are reading the cats and dogs. I do also wonder sometimes if I, as a left-leaning person, well, as a left-wing person fully, see someone telling the truth on the internet, I do go like, oh, well, they must not be on the right, because if you're on the right, you lie or you believe in, which is, I'm part of the problem, but also guys did that.
It's not, the thing is, it's not actually, I don't think it's necessarily a problem. I think when it becomes a problem is when people, they're like, okay, you're left wing, which I am, but the problem is when people then assume you agree with everything they think. And that's the problem, which the right, we talked about this, the right are so good at being like, oh, hang on, you don't think about this in the way that I think about. Just shut the fuck up. We won't talk about that. And we'll just move on to this.
Amazing.
We'll be like, we'll just move on to deporting all the immigrants, and we both like that, and that's great, and we'll get stuff done. The left are like, hang on, you don't think about this really, really small, quite niche thing the way I do. I don't think we can be friends. And that is also quite an unforgiving and extreme way of saying it. But I think like the most vitriolic, angry comments I get on my videos are left-wing people. I think they're scum.
And with that, no, but it's true. So, well, as a closing thought, people on the left, let's welcome people.
Yes,
let's
please.
welcome MAGA and mega people back when they see the error of their ways.
Yeah, because they are starting to.
If they come back, don't shout at them. Be like, great, we'll take your vote.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You know,
shout at them later after the elections.
Yeah, let's talk a couple
agree.
years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
But I mean, keep doing your content
Thank
because
you.
it's doing.
Thank you. And also, sorry for calling left-wing people scum. I don't mean it. I
People
mean it in a
scum.
playful way.
Come
I'm
on,
left-wing.
This is a comedy podcast. It's comedy. Back to lemons.
And we're full circle. Scum lemons. Scummy
Exactly.
lemons.
Perfect.
This has been a treat. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for being
so
here,
much for
Cody.
having me. This has been so much fun.
And we will see you next time on Stay Hydrated.
Yes,
Love you,
please, the
Elizabeth.
next time you
certainly
need a
will.
straight man.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm
For all
happy
our
to
straight
fill in.
man needs.
Yes.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
Love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Just before bed is good for your head. What you gonna do? Stay hydrated. With Chris and Lizzie.